Alrighty, good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to touch base on a couple things and do some live testing here. We are talking about a couple of things, and if you want to know how to get this rocket launcher, then stick around to the end. We have some good information here and some stuff that we wanted to test as well. First thing onto the agenda, we were talking about the puppy dog over here. Like I said, we had maxed this out. We've discussed this before. You can't get legend and lucky on any of the stuff that you're encountering, so that is unfortunate, but I will be rebreeding these into 3 different amalgamations of speed version, work version, and then a fighting version where we have Musclehead, Impatient, and Serenity, and possibly Burly Body on that as well, just to kind of throw around some stuff. It is a pretty low percentage. I think it's like 30% to encounter a pal with this, or with the perks that get put onto there, and also it involves the actual perks that would be on there anyway. So if you end up finding one of these, or end up finding a pal that you're trying to capture, then just note that it is like a 30% chance for just one of these to get on there, between Musclehead and Ferocious. And realistically, to get all 4 of them on there is like a 1% chance. So take that with a grain of salt. But one thing that we wanted to test, because I've had some people asking me about it, and I'm not entirely sure, but we're about to put some theories to rest here. We have 2 blanks here. We have our Verdash, and we have a something like that, the little scorpion looking dude, and they produce old dirt turkey. Now, I didn't realize that it's either been within the update or something to that degree. You can actually breed out blanks now. I don't know if this is something that's been in the update or something that happened. I have bred well over like 15,000 pals in this game, and I have never seen a blank come out until I did this. So there could be some validity behind this. Like I said, it's really odd, but what we're going to do is see if we can kind of manipulate the situation. We have our doggo here, but as it reads, like we've discussed before, when fighting together, it is easier to encounter pals with the same passive skills as this pal. So some people were theorizing that you could ride on the back of them and open up eggs, and that would work correctly. So we're going to test this. I tested a little bit of it, and I may have had 2 flukes that may have came up. I'm not sure, but we have 20 eggs here, 20, 22, 21 eggs, something like that. So this ought to put stuff to rest. So what we're going to do to manipulate this is we're going to hit the Pangolin dummy with Holy Bolt, and then we're going to run over and quickly open up the egg and see what we get. And we'll do this to all 20 and see what we get. So we went through 20, and we got quite a few blanks out of that. Unironically, we got 1 Musclehead, and we got 1 Ferocious. So with this, I'm going to go ahead and chalk it up to this probably isn't working like that in particular. It's working as intended. This shouldn't be working anyway, but, you know, we had to try it out. But we're also going to take, and just to kind of cover our bases here, we will take and catch another 20 pals using him, and we'll slap on a mercy ring so we don't kill stuff, which in all honesty I don't know where mine is, so we'll just make another one and we'll see what we get. Spawn over here on the lower end just in case if a meteor drops. I'd say that was around about 20, and I was exclusively using the doggo's skills as far as damaging to see what we could get out of it. We got 6, 12, 24, 25, 26. So we got 26. So the first one off rip, we got Musclehead. Then the second one, we got Ferocious. Third one got nothing. Fourth one got Musclehead. 5th, 6th, 7th got Musclehead. 8th, 9th, Ferocious, nothing. 12th got a Musclehead. 13th got Musclehead, nothing. 14th got Musclehead. 15th, nothing, nothing, nothing. And the 20th got Musclehead as well. So with the rest of these, we got Ferocious, Blank, Ferocious, and Impatient, Nocturnal, Musclehead, Ferocious. So none of them came with 2 of what we were looking for, but we did get at least them to be picked up with quite a bit of that. So if anything, the deciding factor with this is that we're going to chalk it up to the dirt turkeys just getting randomly through breeding, getting ferocious and musclehead. Like I said, we only had 2 out of the 20, when over here we had 14 out of the 26 come with at least one of the passives that we were looking for that were on the doggo. One thing that I also want to look at as well is there really that much of a difference for the things to proc with the dog attacking versus you attacking? What we're going to do is we're going to take a dirt turkey and put it as a place marker, and we're going to go catch another 20, and this time we're going to take and shoot them exclusively with our weapons. All right, so we caught some humans, and we did catch a boss in the midst of this as well. And just to prove that that can be done and have the right stuff on there, we got Knock'em with Musclehead. So that is a proven bit there. We did catch about 20 roundabout. So the first one, we got both on there actually with Musclehead and Ferocious using the firearm that we were using as far as the AR. Second one, which was a human, came with both Musclehead and Ferocious. Third, fourth, nothing. Fifth, nothing. 6, we got Ferocious. 7th, nothing. 8, we got Ferocious. 9, we got Musclehead. 10, we got Ferocious. 11, which was a boss, we got Musclehead. 12, we got Ferocious. 13, nothing. 14, Ferocious. 15, we got Ferocious and Musclehead. 16, nothing. 17, nothing. 18, nothing. 19, we got Ferocious. 20, we got Musclehead. 21, we got Musclehead. 22, we got Musclehead. 23, nothing. 24, nothing. So we actually caught 24, but again, way more consistent than pulling them out of the eggs. Something interesting to note as well, while using the firearm, we did end up getting 3 with both of the passives that we were looking for. Or actually, it was 4 of them, I believe. The Quivering, one of the Syndicate guards, a Verdash, pardon me, it was 3. So the Verdash, the Quivering Botan, and the Syndicate Gunner is what we got with 2 of them. But if we're counting them as 1, so we got 1. So 14 out of the 24, we got either 1 or both of the passives that we were looking for on this guy. So with that bit of information, I'm going to say 100% that the actual hatching of the eggs and trying to manipulate it by hitting the pinglet dummy does not work. Also, just being out on him, if that was the case, that would work, but it didn't clearly. As far as using his actual attacks, it does work, but it actually seems, after doing this bit of testing, that shooting them with the firearm rather than doing the attacks off the back actually procs it more often to get 2 at least out of the ones that you're looking for the passives. Because when we did the 20 plus that we caught beforehand, which I think was like 26, yeah, 26, we ended up getting 14 out of the 26 on that one. None of them had 2 of them. So that could be just within the realm of possibilities, that the percentage of 30% being able to get at least 1 of the passives on there. So either way that you go, attacking with your weapons or attacking with the doggo's stuff, it looks like you're in pretty good shape with either one of them. They both work as intended. So we'll go ahead and shut down that in particular idea specifically with that. And those of y'all who are wondering, the breeding base is under full swing. We have the entire top 4 layers going with Yormantides, which I didn't have to touch them to go throw them up there. They went to the spots as soon as I assigned them. And we have the bottom half as Anubis, and we didn't have to assign those either. The way that I went about this, though, is trying to make it a little bit more simplified, I guess, as far as putting stuff together. When I ordered the pals that I put in the box, I did it female, male, female, male, female, male, or you could do the male, female, male, female, however you want to do it in the order, but just stagger them, because when you go over to the monitoring stand specifically, when you click over to this, it's going to be in the lineup that you have the box from left to right. So female, male, female, male, female, male, female, male, yada, 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 as it goes down. So it makes it a lot easier to be able to pin the in particular pals that where you want them to go. And as you notice here, that they're not in any order, because we have all of our Anubises in the bottom, but like they're just all over the place. The way that I figured this out was basically assigning everything. It was originally bottom side was all Yormintides as well. We did 500 eggs 2 times, so 1,000 eggs we opened up yesterday on stream just to get a couple of the Yormintides maxed out, which those of y'all are wondering is coming along smoothly. We have 15 fully maxed out right now. I think I'm gonna go with a full 30 and have 20 for the ground pow, since it is a little bit on the back end of it. Need to get them down as quick as possible with the water pals for the first half. So I'm thinking 30 Yormintides, 20 of the Noclums, and we'll be good. And we'll be alternating between Anubis and Azarobi. Now on to what you guys have been probably looking forward to. I know that some of you all were saying to use Jet Dragon and fly really high to kind of dive into the oil rig and everything, but I'm not going through that whole process. I would need to redo my Jet Dragon and put infinite stamina on him so I could make it over there without any troubles. So instead, slow is smooth, smooth is fast. We're going with Azarobi to cross this. She's not slow by any means. I mean, slower than Jet Dragon, of course. Nothing's faster than him. But we can get across without any detection and not have to worry about anything. As you see, I didn't get shot by anything. So just makes it a little bit more simplified. Oh, I got my mercy ring on. That was no bueno. One thing as well is a little tricky thing to do. You can actually shoot these guys from underneath the floor if you guys didn't know this. And also, if you're trying to hit up, this is why I like going through this side specifically as well, is that you could technically go underneath here and see if there's even a chest there before even bothering to go over here. And I like to go ahead and get on top of this little railing here. Right on top of here, and then we can actually take and zap ourselves over to this side, see if there's a chest, and there is. But technically, like I said before, you can shoot underneath the ground here, depending on where these guys are. That Syndicate Crusher's in range, but I think the Wixen's up above. The Yormintide is somewhere around there. And as you can see, the Yormintide is actually above us. And you can shoot through the floor and get them that way, because they can shoot through the floor too. All right, so we're going to wait right here and wait for it to save, which for me, it's every 30 seconds. Depending on what y'all have y'all's autosave on, it could take a little bit, but you want it to save specifically while you're right here, as it did there, just because if you don't, then it will spawn you directly in front of this Syndicate Crusher, and then you're going to get killed very quickly while trying to spawn back in. We got the flamethrower schematic too. We really don't want that, so we're gonna go ahead and exit the game, load back in. On Xbox, it's pretty easy. Hit the center button, go to the game, press start, quit out, and it'll quit out the whole game. If you're on PC, I guess close out the tab. I have no idea. I don't play on PC. But as you can see, where we spawned at was right where we left off, where it saved. So we can take and use this to our advantage. We will open the box again. Grenade launcher schematic 1. So exit out. There you have it. One thing that I would suggest as well, and this is completely theorized with this, is to have a gold weapon out when you're opening the chest. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, it might be like Diablo, where you have a higher piece of gear in your inventory and you end up getting gear that is above or better than that usually. So there could be something to this. I, again, completely theorized, and it's something that has happened, but we ended up getting the laser rifle schematic 2. Yesterday, we ended up getting the grenade launcher, and today we ended up getting the multi-guided rocket launcher. I just started using this method. This is one really good spot in this corner to do it on, but if you don't have the option and you want to do it in, say, another spot, there's a couple of other places where you can kind of finesse the situation. And also, do not pass up on these purple chests because there is a potential, which I had gotten word from someone the other day, that one of their buddies had found a gold piece of armor out of those chests. That is something else to note. But yeah, with the chest being right over here, you could probably stand right about back here behind this area and be able to let it autosave, reload you, come back over here, destroy all the little stuff here. And some of the stuff, I'm not sure, Syndicate Crusher probably won't even notice you if you're just using an AR, and be able to sit back here, wait for it to happen, and then come back, kill these guys, and then continue forward. So that's a little spot that you could do it on. Another little spot could be over here. You want to hop up right here, just kind of stand right here, let it auto save when the chest is in the little blue room. And then last but not least, you could stand behind or in between these tents as well and let it auto save, kill out the guards, and then let that go about the business. Some people were asking me what exactly my setup is. I usually run, somebody wants to play. I usually run a 3-stack of gob fins with a gale claw, and then as a Roby, you could probably trade this out for, say, jet ragging if you're going from the top to the bottom. But I personally like going from the bottom to the top, just because there's usually 2 chances from that side for the chest to be over there. The other reason why I like to bring gale claw with me is for this in particular reason alone. Because of the movement tech in this game, you can do that, hit off the wall, and just fly on forward. And even though you start to get low, you can just hop off and hit it again, and you can make it all the way back with the Gale Claw. Shout out to WeDaBest for letting me know about that in particular glitch or exploit, however you want to call it. I personally will be using it because the percentage of you actually getting some gold stuff out of there is very slim, and it resets every 30 minutes. So one thing to note as well is that the stuff that you get prior before shutting down, you do not keep. So you're really looking for the one blueprint. Once you get the blueprint that you actually want to get, then hop off, let it reset 30 minutes, and then go back there and repeat the process until you get another blueprint that you want. Other than that, that's all I have for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If so, drop a like. If you guys enjoy my content, drop a sub, and write down in the comments below what blueprint that you're actually looking for off of the oil rig and or the dungeons. Other than that, keep you willy washed, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out.